Think about the most common object on your desk. No, not your phone. Not your coffee mug. I'm talking about this little guy. The paperclip. It seems so simple, so obvious. But what if I told you this humble piece of bent wire is a survivor? A champion that clawed its way to the top in a forgotten war of design. For decades, inventors were obsessed with one single problem: how to temporarily bind papers without damaging them. And their solutions were, well, they were wild. Before our familiar friend, the gem paperclip, existed, the office was a battlefield of spikes, clamps, and contraptions that looked more like medieval torture devices than stationary. The first attempt to patent a paper fastening device came in 1867 from a man named Samuel B. Fay. His idea was essentially a folded ticket pin, designed to attach tags to fabric. But he mentioned it could also be used for paper. The problem: it punched a hole. Not ideal. This was the core challenge. Hold firm, but let go without a trace. Then the floodgates opened. The late 19th century was the Wild West of paper fasteners. Imagine clips with menacing teeth that chewed up your documents, like the cinch or the Weissbinder. There were clips with sharp points that stabbed through the pages, like the T-pin. Others were bulky, spring-loaded monstrosities that were expensive and took up way too much space. The common-sense clip, the Eureka clip, the Niagara clip. Each one claimed to be the final answer, but none were perfect. They were either too destructive, too clumsy, or too complex to manufacture cheaply. The world was desperate for an elegant solution. Enter the gem. Its origin is one of history's great mysteries. We know it first appeared around the 1890s, likely from Britain, produced by a company called the Gem Manufacturing Company. But here's the crazy part. No patent for the iconic double-oval design has ever been found. It seems the design was so perfect, so refined, that it may have been developed through gradual evolution in the factory itself, a piece of anonymous genius. The earliest known illustration of a gem-style clip appeared in an 1893 office supply catalog, simply called the Gem Paper Fastener. It was an overnight sensation. So what made the gem so special? It was a stroke of design brilliance. Look at its shape. It's a continuous loop of wire. This is key. The wire's own tension and friction are what create the clamping force. The first loop grips the paper, the second loop holds it tight, and the third provides a smooth entry point. It's strong enough to hold a thick stack, yet gentle enough to slide off without leaving more than a faint impression. It was simple. It was cheap to mass-produce, and it just worked. But the war wasn't over. A Norwegian inventor named Johan Valar is often mistakenly credited with inventing the paperclip. In 1899 and 1901, he patented his own designs. They were less practical, lacking the crucial final turn of the gem, making them harder to use. But during World War II, the paperclip took on a powerful new meaning in Norway. When the Nazis occupied the country and forbade citizens from wearing pins or badges bearing the national insignia, Norwegians began wearing paperclips on their lapels. It became a silent, clever symbol of unity, resistance, and binding together against the occupation. Valorsklipp, though not the gem we use, became a national icon, a symbol of Norwegian ingenuity and defiance. While Norway celebrated its symbolic hero, the gem was quietly conquering the world. Its superior design meant it could be produced by the billion. The machine that makes them is a marvel of engineering. A single piece of steel wire is fed in, cut, bent 3 times, and spat out as a perfect paperclip in a fraction of a second. This efficiency is what put the final nail in the coffin for its clunky competitors. The gem wasn't just a better design, it was a more manufacturable design. The gem's influence went far beyond the office. Artists used them for sculptures, engineers used them for quick fixes. MacGyver famously used one to defuse a bomb. It's the universal tool for a minor emergency. People unbend them to clean their fingernails, press tiny reset buttons, or even pick lock's knot. That I'm encouraging that. Its form is so iconic that it has been scaled up into giant public sculptures around the world, celebrating its simple, perfect form. Today, it's estimated that tens of billions of gem-style paperclips are produced every year. But here's a funny thought. Most of them are never actually used to clip paper. Studies have shown that for every paperclip used for its intended purpose, many more are bent, twisted, used as impromptu tools, or simply lost. They've become a fidget toy for the anxious, a staple of idle hands during long phone calls. So the next time you pick up one of these little wire wonders, take a second to appreciate it. It's not just a paperclip, it's a design icon that won a silent war. It's a symbol of resistance, a marvel of manufacturing, and a testament to the idea that sometimes the most simple and elegant solution is the one that lasts forever. It's the undisputed, undefeated champion of the desktop. Thanks for watching. If you found that surprisingly interesting, give this video a like and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden histories of everyday objects. See you next time!